Live from Amarillo, working in the Panhandle spirit, ABC7 News Midday starts now.
Thank you for being here this morning. I'm Johnny Atkinson, and this is ABC7 News Midday. Before we get to our news, Corbin is here to tell us what we can expect for our weather. Corbin.
Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, today a weather alert day for that conditional chance at seeing some very strong and even severe storms this afternoon. We're seeing clearing skies, so once we warm up, it does look like those storms are going to blow up or erupt around 4 o'clock this afternoon, somewhere in the western panhandles, which will eventually make its way across most of the area.
Are we talking about possible hail?
Yeah, we're talking about very large hail. That's going to be our biggest issue. I think some of those hailstones could be as large as baseballs. Again, that's about 2.75 inches in diameter. Also, winds and even some tornadoes possible today as well. Temperatures are in the mid-70s. Our winds are very strong, around 25 to 30 miles per hour. They'll become sustained at 30 to 40 later this afternoon, and our dew points really haven't fallen, so we may see some adjustments on that Storm Prediction Center's update that comes out here in about 15 minutes, but still at an enhanced risk for right now. Dry eye index is a level 4 out of 4. Again, fire weather warnings will be in effect from now until 10 o'clock tonight in New Mexico, and then the high wind's going to be an issue for everyone, sustained at 30 to 40, gusting between 50 and 70 miles per hour. The high wind warnings are in the north, are where we'll see the strongest winds. Your storm outlook, again, hasn't changed, but we get that new update in about 20 minutes. If it's delayed after 11:20, that usually tells us that they're probably making some adjustments to the forecast, so we'll see what that looks like after midday. Here's what we're going to talk about in your full forecast. Johnny, back to you.
Thank you, Corbin. Well, with both fire danger and storm chances slated for this afternoon, emergency workers in the Panhandle are gearing up for a full day of activity. ABC7's Mitchell Downing caught up with Amarillo's emergency management head to see how they are getting prepared and how you can stay in the loop.
We have a high wind risk, so that's winds in excess of 50 to 60 miles an hour, and along with that comes a fire weather threat.
Chip Orton, Amarillo's emergency management director, is prepping his team for potentially rough fire conditions Friday. And the National Weather Service agrees, saying elevated critical fire conditions are possible across the entire Panhandle, with the western portions being especially vulnerable. And the threats don't stop there.
In addition, we have an enhanced risk for severe weather. We're in an area of risk for severe hail, damaging winds, and possibly a tornado.
The NWS lists hail and high wind as the primary threats for Friday. But as with many storms, they say the possibility of a tornado cannot be ruled out, which gives the Panhandle two large-scale threats simultaneously. Despite the extra stress, Orton says that the unpredictable nature of the Panhandle always keeps emergency managers on their feet.
Emergency managers are trained to be adaptable, so we're used to pivoting from one thing to another. And so really there's a general preparedness to all of it, but most of what we want to accomplish is just by getting the information out there for what to expect, when to expect it.
If you want to stay in the loop tomorrow, Orton says the best way is by going to AmarilloAlerts.com and signing up for their mass notification service. Additionally, he encourages people to stay tuned to their local TV and radio stations and start their precautionary preparations today.
Fuel up your car and be prepared to take shelter for those winds or for severe weather.
You can also stay alert by downloading the ABC7 News and Weather apps. Those are available in both the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Reporting in Amarillo, I'm Mitchell Downing, ABC7 News.
And today is Earth Day, and we're taking a look at America's majestic and fragile forests. President Biden is expected to sign an executive order today to protect these natural spaces. ABC's Kana Whitworth has more.
Earth's 3 trillion trees can be considered the planet's lungs, taking in carbon dioxide and breathing out the oxygen we need to live. Along with other vegetation, trees capture about a third of our annual global fossil fuel emissions, a key defense in our warming world. But since the 1900s, Earth has lost almost 2.5 billion acres of forest. That's roughly the size of the United States, the result of disease, logging, and extreme conditions caused by climate change. Saving our forests is the subject of National Geographic magazine's May issue. In the Carolinas, some areas that were once lush cypress groves are now what scientists call ghost forests. all dead due to encroaching salt, in part from rising sea levels.
It's risen over 11 inches since 1950 in North Carolina, so this is not something that's going to happen in the future. It's something that has already happened.
And in California, wildfire threatens our giant sequoias, trees that can live more than 3,000 years, now burning in record numbers.
It took 2 years to destroy 19% of these trees, and these things have been around since the birth of Jesus, Julius Caesar.
This one ignited by a wind-blown ember last year.
It took creative intervention to put out the fire. Firefighters climbing up hundreds of feet to where I'm at now with hoses. And without that intervention, this tree would have continued to burn for months. And from this high up, the wind can cast embers for miles, threatening the entire Sequoia National Forest.
Clip it to yourself.
Showing me the ropes.
So I start by pulling my feet up.
Forest canopy scientist Anthony Ambrose.
So we've had to climb about 75, 80 feet in the air before we reached a limb. And that's one of the ways that these trees are so protected from fire, right? Because the ground fire isn't going to torch their limb.
Yeah, exactly. It's really hard to get through this really thick bark, so the trees generally aren't harmed at all.
So when you're seeing a sequoia on fire, that means we're dealing with more intense, hotter, more frequent fires.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. We weren't very concerned about climate change hitting the sequoias maybe even just 10 years ago, but now we're starting to get a little bit more alarmed.
Over in Syracuse, New York, William Powell's team is using genetic engineering to bring a disease-ravaged species back from functional extinction, the American chestnut.
With modern techniques and biotechnology, we've actually discovered a way to make the tree tolerant of this blight that has wiped it out.
Once planted, it will be a century before they thrive, but Powell believes this blueprint can help save the future of our forests.
For example, the cypress, if you could develop lines that are more salt tolerant. Theoretically, you could also make trees more fire tolerant by just changing a few genes in the tree.
Each tree still standing, adapting to a changing planet.
And you can get involved with Earth Day too. ABC7 is partnering with Batteries Plus and our parent company for Sinclair Green Battery Recycling. Just scan the QR code on your screen to learn how you can recycle your old batteries for free all month long. And just a reminder, city cleanup crews will be collecting trash at 6 sites throughout the weekend, as well in honor of Earth Day. You can drop off your trash at Bones Hooks Park, the Southwest and East Amarillo Public Libraries, East Ridge School Park, San Jacinto Park, or Thompson Park. The city says if you have larger items, you can schedule a free pickup by calling 378-6813. Those collection sites will be in place until Sunday. Coming up on ABC7 News Midday, scientists labor for perfect Oreo separation and a thorough probe of a certain planet. It's all coming up in today's Take a Look at This.
Well, our winds and our moisture are already here. We're just waiting to warm up this afternoon. Once we can get into the mid-80s, likely going to see some strong to severe storms get going this afternoon. We'll time it out for you in just a few minutes.
Morning in the Panhandle. We're up and at it early, putting in a full day's work, getting the kids ready and off to school. At ABC7, we're here to help you along the way and prepare you before you step out the door.
Covering local news to keep you informed.
And tracking your next weather maker.
As you rise, we shine. Start your day with ABC7 Amarillo Daybreak. Weekday mornings from 4:30 to 7.
At Family Camping Service Center, we've got fun for the whole family.
Take the comforts of home on the road while you lighten your load in a Rockwood fifth wheel from Family Camping Service Center. Come see the new bunkhouse models with new mid-bunks and the always popular rear bunks. You'll find the perfect camper for your family, vehicle, and budget. Plus, a nice selection of used camp trailers as well at
Family Camping Service Center has something for everyone.
He's trying to fix the electrical.
Yes, ma'am. We repair electrical fast.
Great. How soon can you be here?
Hi, I'm from Patrick.
Patrick Electric. When you need help fast, call us. We strive for same-day service and offer 24-hour emergency service. And everything we do comes with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Patrick Electric. Not just fast, Patrick Fast.
Patrick Electric.
My
My name is Ryan Harper, and I farm in West Texas. I'm the 4th generation farmer. Well, when you farm in West Texas, you take a lot of risk. It takes a lot of capital to get through 1 year. It's a little dry. We have some limited irrigation. It's very tough. There's definitely challenging years. And Capital Farm Credit had a young farmer program that allowed me to get funding and grow my business. I couldn't do it without Capital Farm Credit because they gave me a young man an opportunity. With Capital Farm Credit, together, we are better.
Adobe Wall's newest location on Hillside takes center stage as the most exquisite indoor stonework showroom between Dallas and Denver. We've turned shopping for stone countertops into an art form with innovative viewing simulating various lighting effects, stone selections, and design consultation. Adobe Walls offer more stone than anyone in the region, and you'll applaud our pricing to fit any budget. Stop in one of our 2 locations. Adobe Walls Stoneworks, the most trusted name in stone.
The Amarillo Symphony has been providing history's favorite music to the area for 98 years. You've heard this music your whole life. Now listen to professionals from the Panhandle play it for you. Be a part of Amarillo Symphony history and help us choose our new director. Plus, don't miss our 2022 season guest artists. This is your symphony made up of your neighbors. Come by and enjoy the music.
Well, airlines are making changes ahead of the summer, and AT&T is returning to its roots with a focus on wireless. Jan King is at the NASDAQ with those stories and more in today's Texas Business Report.
AT&T topped Wall Street's wireless subscriber growth estimates as phone giveaways continue to fuel customer gains. Now, the spinoff of Warner Media this month means AT&T is back to its roots as a telecom giant. Well, American Airlines forecasts second quarter profit on soaring travel demand. American said March was the first month since the COVID pandemic began that its revenue surpassed 2019 levels. Meanwhile, Southwest Airlines is trimming its schedule as the summer travel season approaches. It's the latest example of airlines adjusting their operations as the industry finds its footing in the COVID era. Those flight cuts at Southwest will begin in June. And Spirit Airlines will open a maintenance facility in Houston and add some jobs. The facility will be at George Bush Intercontinental Airport. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King with your Texas Business Report.
Hey, Fridge, did you know Auto Trader lets me shop for cars by monthly payment so I know what I'll pay before I buy?
Cool.
Was that a refrigerator joke?
Keenan, chill.
All right, just stick to making ice. I didn't mean right now.
A foundation that firms. It's perfect.
New Age Perfect Tinted Balm from L'Oreal Paris. This lightweight foundation with a firming serum has 4 benefits in one. Smooths, evens, conceals, firms. Age Perfect Tinted Balm from L'Oreal Paris.
We're worth it.
My A1C stayed here. It needed to be here.
Ruby's A1C is down with Rybelsus.
My A1C wasn't at goal. Now I'm down with Rybelsus.
Mom's A1C is down with Rybelsus.
A1C down with Rybelsus. In a clinical study, once daily Rybelsus significantly lowered A1C better than a leading branded pill. Rybelsus isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take Rybelsus if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Rybelsus and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Rybelsus with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Need to get your A1C down?
A1C down. Ask your healthcare provider about Rybelsus today.
Introducing Icy Hot Pro. Ice works fast to freeze your pain and your doubt. Heat makes it last, so you'll never sit this one out. New Icy Hot Pro with 2 max strength pain relievers.
Want more from your vitamin brand? Get more with Nature's Bounty. From the first ever triple action sleep supplement to the only 24-hour vitamin C to heart healthy support every day. Get more with Nature's Bounty.
Order for a brownie batter shake and a yellow cake batter shake. I'm getting it started. Blending in the brownie pieces.
Order up. Sonic brownie batter and yellow cake batter shakes.
As
Has your copier seen better days? Call Remco Copy Services, a second-generation owned and operated business servicing the Amarillo market for over 30 years. At Remco, we service all types of businesses and offer preventative maintenance, service contracts, and more importantly, loyalty to our clients and, of course, your copiers. Our services can't be duplicated. Call us at 355-8484 or just drop by at 1814 Southwestern Street.
Hello, folks. This is Paul Blake with Paul Blake Roofing. We've been serving the entire Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle, and eastern Mexico for the last 44 years. Since 1997, we became the original distributor of Malarkey Roofing products, bringing you the Class 4 Legacy shingle, the Class 4 Windsor, and also the Highlander and Vista series of shingles. We also do commercial roofing, and we can do a repair or an entire roof. Please call Paul Blake at 806-655-3094.
I was 39 weeks pregnant and got COVID and was hospitalized for a month. I had a blood clot in my lungs. I thought I was gonna die. I was worried that he was gonna grow up without a mom. I don't want this to happen to anybody else. Get your vaccine.
I used to eat cake better. My mom always let us lick the beaters. Oh, the beaters. But she'd always turn them off first. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Sonic brownie batter and yellow cake batter shakes.
I mean, let's be honest, I still lick the spoon.
This attack is only the beginning.
John Nolan.
Simone Clark. I'm the oldest trainee at the FBI Academy.
You're the real thing.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Temperatures are continuing to climb. We're in the mid-70s right now. Guyman, the only one that's in the 80s at the moment, but we have been seeing clearing skies towards the west, so that does mean those temperatures should start to climb very quickly. Here's your wind speeds. They are out of the south around 25 to 35 miles per hour. We'll eventually get into the 30 to 40 mile per hour range by the end of the afternoon. We have seen our dew points come down a couple of degrees. Really haven't changed a whole lot since this morning. I guess the big difference from this morning is Clayton now on the moist side of the dry line. They've had their dew point climb about 40 degrees since this morning, starting at 4 a.m. ending until about now. So they are, again, on the side that they won't see too many fire concerns at the moment, but still, fire weather warnings in New Mexico. We do expect that dry line to make some progress to the east this afternoon. Once it starts to race to the east, we'll end up seeing some storms try to develop along it there around 3 or 4 p.m. Again, those fire weather warnings in effect from 10 until 10. We have high wind warnings and wind advisories that go into effect in less than an hour at the top of the p.m. time frame, lasting until 1 o'clock in the morning. That's where we'll see winds gusting around 50 to 70 miles per hour. So it's going to be a very hectic day for everyone, regardless of whether or not you see any severe storms or not. Here is the SPC's latest outlook. They should be coming up with one here in the next 10 or 15 minutes or so. Right now, still in the enhanced risk area for a majority of the panhandles. That's a level 3 out of 5. The hail threat is going to be our primary issue. We're talking about a very lucrative environment for these storms to have hail growth very quickly. We could be talking about hail between 2 to possibly as large, 2 inches in diameter to possibly as large as baseballs. Wind threat for today, again, that's actually hatched as well, so winds could be gusting well over 70 miles per hour in some of the more robust thunderstorms. They have expanded the tornado threat to the east, so places like Clarendon, Canadian, Shamrock, and Childress, who were not necessarily in that tornado threat early this morning, now are. So that's something that we'll have to keep a close eye on, being that our dew points are a bit higher than some models were indicating. So again, at the peak of their intensity, these are what some of the hazards you could be dealing with in some of those stronger storms. Baseball-sized hail, damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour, and a few tornadoes possible. Do want to emphasize or remind everyone that enhanced means that numerous storms are possible, with a few of them becoming intense. So again, just those few storms would be capable of the baseball-sized hail, but these will be happening right around that evening commute. Again, here's your risk for Friday. Hail is going to be our primary concern. Again, wind's also going to be a big issue, even if you aren't dealing with any of those storms. Again, as we walk through the rest of the day today, winds gusting around 50 to 60 miles per hour at 1 o'clock, and then gusting maybe as high as 60 to 70 this afternoon around 5 p.m. So another thing, again, when you're getting off of work and you're driving home, and again, there's a storm maybe heading in over the road that you want to drive on, probably not smart to go just punch through it, because they could have some very large hail in them over the course of the evening tonight. So let's walk through that forecast again. There's our dry line. Again, it will spark some thunderstorms around 4 or 5 p.m., fairly close to the I-27 corridor up 287 towards Guyman and Stratford, thinking that maybe from Amarillo south is where we'll have a majority of those storms really get going, and then they start to track through the eastern panhandles. Notice how they're kind of discrete and split up. Those are, again, a string of pearls, or a lot of meteorologists call them that. Those are those supercell thunderstorms that rotate. And again, rotating storms help keep those hailstones aloft longer. That means that they grow, and it's also the ones that are more responsible for tornadoes rather than just generic thunderstorms. By Saturday morning, we have another line of possible showers and thunderstorms that could roll through the northeast panhandles. Don't think our model does it justice. It'll probably be a little bit more widespread than that. It's a pretty strong front that does come blasting through with some very strong winds, some large hail, and can't rule out a brief tornado with those either. And then we are hot and windy on Saturday, so areas that miss out on the rain will be under critical fire conditions. That's a check of your forecast. Make sure you've got our apps downloaded. We'll keep you weather aware here at Storm Surge 7. Johnny, back to you.
Thank you, Corbin. It is a scary forecast. Well, weird science. That's what's on tap today as scientists attempt to crack a cookie case. And other scientists are aiming to probe a certain planet. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
This isn't so much breaking news as it is news about breaking. Oreos, that is. A newly published MIT study examined something Oreo eaters have been trying to figure out for decades. Is a perfectly even split possible when separating the sandwich cookie? Finally, somebody's tackling the important science questions. The study was led by MIT PhD candidate and self-proclaimed Oreologist Crystal Owens, who not only used complex math and physics to try and crack the cookie cracking case, she even used a 3D printed twisting device called an Oreometer, which applied measured force to both sides of the cookies in an attempt to achieve perfect and equal cream separation. But alas, her team ultimately concluded that there was no way to get the delectable and dissectable cookie to split evenly. Oh, well, I guess I'll have to keep eating Oreos the way I always have, by the sleeve. In other science news, scientists want to make probing Uranus a top priority. What? They do. A recent survey by the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine revealed that scientists want the 7th planet from the sun to be the next flagship mission for NASA, possibly launching as early as 2031. They even want a new spacecraft for the mission, which could take an orbital tour of the icy world and explore its atmosphere, which a 2018 study revealed is comprised of hydrogen sulfide and likely smells like rotten eggs. Again, these are NASA's findings. Don't get mad at me. It's not my fault Uranus smells. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Do you wake up in pain? Maybe not sleep at all. I can tell you, it's probably your mattress. And no one should suffer like that. After surgery, I promise, I know all about back pain. Well, the new Anniversary Heirloom mattress with pocketed flex coils is made to lift your body and all the pain points. The Anniversary Heirloom mattress, made in the USA, is only found exclusively in Bob Mills Sleep Spa. So let's get you out of pain.
Bob Mills Sleep Spa. Ah.
Life insurance isn't only for you, but for your family. It protects those precious moments. It protects your children's education. It protects your home. It protects your peace of mind. I sell all the necessities and good things of life because life insurance is for the living. Cherie Buxton is an independent insurance agent that believes in advocating those moments. Call Cherie Buxton today. Don't wait for tomorrow.
Call the team at 1-800-PLUMBER+AIR and Electric, the name you can trust for your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical needs.
Spokespersons for Tormey and McConnell.
You get hurt by a texting driver, what if you can't afford a lawyer?
Tormey and McConnell won't charge you 1 penny unless they win your case.
We don't get paid unless you get paid.
Not one single penny.
One of our clients injured his neck in a car accident. We got him $118,711.63.
It doesn't cost you 1 single penny for Tormey and McConnell to get started on your case.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call us. We'll go to bat for you.
Call 355-2700.
Say goodbye to high energy bills And hello to Carrier's Green Speed system. It's a revolutionary breakthrough in home comfort. With Green Speed intelligence that makes it the most efficient heat pump you can buy, saving you money year-round. Access it remotely from anywhere. For Carrier Green Speed, turn to the experts at Avalos Heating and Air and get up to $1,500 in factory rebates. Visit AvalosAC.com today.
Tonight on this episode of Floors of Our Lives, dust through the vacuum. The flooring finalist will be chosen. The choices are carpet, tile, wood.
All of these choices are great. Carpet is cozy and loving, tile is strong and can handle anything. Wood is classy and low maintenance. But which one of these will last the longest? Which one is good with kids and pets?
And her choice is?
All of them. That's why I'm going to Carpet World Amarillo.
Well, a new movie pillaging theaters this weekend brings a famous and bloody Viking legend to life. Rick Damigella reports.
Fate has no mercy.
Alexander Skarsgård stars as a Viking prince displaced by treachery and seeking vengeance in The Northman.
I will avenge you, father. I will save you, mother. I will kill you, Fuller.
A dream I've been harboring for many, many years. A dream of making a big epic Viking movie that is historically accurate and truthful, and that really takes the supernatural elements of the Norse mythology seriously.
Skarsgård's passion and director Robert Eggers' vision bring the world of the Vikings to vivid life.
I'm working with the finest Viking historians and archaeologists to attempt to make the most historically accurate Viking movie ever made.
And not only does it look like a Viking village 1,000 years ago, it basically is one. They used the right type of wood, the right type of grass was planted a year before we shot the movie. The clothes you're wearing are 100% historically accurate, not even slightly anachronistic.
But know that bearing a stolen ring makes no half-breed a king.
The film also stars Ethan Hawke, Nicole Kidman, Anya Taylor-Joy, and features Willem Dafoe and Icelandic singer Björk.
Björk is like the world's pop shamaness. So, she just needs to put on the costume and she becomes a seeress instantly.
Remember, for whom you shed your last teardrop.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Well, here's one last look at your forecast again. We do still have that enhanced risk out there. Across the majority of the area, that's a level 3 out of 5 for some severe storm potential. Here's a quick check of that 7-day forecast. Johnny, we're thinking the storm's going to go up right around 4, maybe 5 o'clock this afternoon. So that's right around the evening commute.
So people need to be cautious.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for being here for ABC7 News Midday. We're always online at ABC7Amarillo.com.
Have a great day.
There's no one else.
I don't believe that.
I don't care what you believe.
Ooh.
There's only one Judge Judy.
I'm getting you to smile.
Oh, yeah. Judge Judy.
She'll have to catch a ride, but she won't catch pertussis.
Come on. Go on. Yes. Yes.
He'll miss the big game, but not because of tetanus. He'll have to deal with a bruised ego, but he won't have to deal with the flu. Did you know adults need vaccines? Ask your doctor about the vaccines you need and keep yourself and those around you safe. Every dose matters.
Adobe Wall's newest location on Hillside takes center stage as the most exquisite indoor stonework showroom between Dallas and Denver. We've turned shopping for stone countertops into an art form with innovative viewing simulating various lighting effects, stone selections, and design consultation. Adobe Walls offer more stone than anyone in the region, and you'll applaud our pricing to fit any budget. Stop in one of our 2 locations. Adobe Wall Stoneworks, the most trusted name in stone.
$7 million winner.
Sounds like fun.
That's what we like to hear.